game from our standpoint. I thought we came off a great weekend against Boston University where we played 120 minutes of hockey, and tonight I'm not sure we played 10. And the story of the game to me is when I look at faceoffs, and they won 44 and we won 25. And when that's the case, you're chasing the puck all night long, and you're not playing on your toes and initiating the play. You're back on your heels. So, and then, hey, credit to Boston College. They made us play that way. I'd like to sit here and just say, hey, we didn't play very well tonight, but they didn't make us play well. I got to give them credit. They were on their game, and they took the game to us. And we had a little bit of life in the third period, but it just wasn't enough tonight.
Questions?
After the Alabama-Huntsville game, you talked about how late period goals is so important. Despite the loss, could you talk about the importance of the one at the end of the first tonight?
Yeah, I think, I don't think we played very well in the first period, and we were able to come out of it 1-0, so that was a positive, and I was hoping we were going to use that to springboard into the second period, but, that wasn't the case. I think we had a tough change on their second goal, just a really bad change. Poor change, and their first goal we didn't cover a guy. It was a 3-on-3, so we're in good position. We just didn't cover the guy going to the net. He got his stick on the puck. And I thought Adam played pretty well. He certainly made some great saves early on to keep the game 0-0, and then as you said, we got that late goal, and but just we didn't have enough. It was one of those games where we just didn't have enough energy with rolling four lines and 60 minutes.
Cap, you talked a couple of years ago. You could beat a top 10 team here and there, but it's difficult to sustain it night after night after night. Could you talk a little about the challenges of that? I know you don't want to make fatigue of after these 3 games so quickly, but just talk about some of the challenges of putting it together night after night.
Yeah, we've talked about that as a team. I think Jeff, we went from year one where we were just praying to hold on. And then year two, hey, we have some players here that can play. We can play with these guys. And now we've got to get it to that standpoint of, hey, we expect to win. And yeah, it was a tough stretch. It was 3. I don't know what BU was. They were 4 in the country. And on Friday night, we're playing the 4th team in the country. And Saturday night, we're playing the 4th team in the country. And on Tuesday, we're playing the 3rd team in the country. That's the league we're in. And that's just, it's a challenge, but we have to get there physically and mentally. That's just the way it is, and we've got to be able to get points. Now, we're able to play 2 of those 3 games really well, and I'm certainly happy with the progress of the program, but tonight we took a step back. I think we have to get the program to the point where we're mentally tough enough to be able to, even if you're not playing your best, you're able to stay close and sometimes win it late, find a way to win that game. And I thought we were doing that, and the power play goal kind of was a backbreaker for us. And actually, that one I think we could have survived. The 4th one was a real backbreaker for us.
Mike, when you were coming back from Boston Saturday night after that win, which was a great win, were you thinking to yourself maybe this team's turned a corner, or there was a corner turned after that game?
I don't know if it was just Saturday night. I felt very confident going into Saturday night because I thought we played so well Friday. That was the first time against a real quality opponent. I thought that we had put 60 minutes, two back-to-back 60-minute games together. So from that standpoint, yeah. And I'm not going to say that we're back at square one right now. We got a good club, and we're going to learn from this and understand that if we come out in the face-offs, in our next game with 44-25 for the opponent, we're not going to win that game either. It doesn't matter who we're playing. So I just think we have to learn from it and understand that this is the league we're in. And, next weekend, we have Sacred Heart coming up Saturday, but the following weekend's Lowell. There's another top 10 team. So we've got to prepare, for another top 10 team. That's just It's just the way it is in Hockey East.
Max, you want to tell us about your goal? It was a very pretty goal.
Yeah, it was a really good pass. Really good play by Casper. So I would just go to the net and fall back to the net.
Good to get your first one.
Yeah, it feels good.
Could you talk a little bit about playing 3 games in 5 days?
Especially against such top-end opponents. It's tough, but we're prepared. We have great staff working with us, like in the weight room, to prepare us just as well as the first game. So it's not really an excuse, and we just gotta come out every game the same way.
Anything else?
Mike, on that goal with the other bad line change, is that more something from the bench, more the players just getting themselves a little mixed up and who's got to go out on the ice?
I just think it was a mental mistake. You have mental breakdowns. It happen in every sport. You forget to cover a guy, blown coverage. Basketball, they make a backdoor layup because someone doesn't cover a guy. It was a mental mistake. It's something, again, that we have to learn from. It's a long season, and especially in the second period, those are dangerous line changes. Those are because their bench, he's jumping off their bench and he's already at the blue line. So that's something that we have to, and that's on us as coaches to make sure that we're harping on second period changes. We've got to tighten up. It'd be a lot better. So, hey, it's a disappointing loss, and the fact that it's disappointing is encouraging to me because I feel a couple of years ago we might have been happy just to keep the game at 5-2, and now I got a locker room full of guys in there that are really upset, and it's not, at the end of the day, it's still a loss, but I like the direction the program is going. I like the fact that we can play 3 top 5 opponents in 3 of them in 5 days. Even not have our best game tonight and still have it close in the second period, going into the third period. We're making progress. Now we just got to get over that hump.
You started Adam in goal, and you played him in all the big games that you've had so far. If you look back into his record when he played, in Slovakia last year for the World Junior Tournament, he did very well against the Czech Republic and Russia. Is that one of the things that you did in playing him in big games? You know that he's played in big type of pressure situations.
I don't know. I played Robbie at Ohio State in the second game at Ohio State. He stole us a point, so I think I haven't really looked at it that way. Robbie played against PU here, which is a pretty big game too. So I didn't know that about Slovakia, but that didn't really factor into my decision.
Their defense did a big job, though, on your big 3 players in Maxime and Cage and Spencer. They had a tough night out at the office, so they didn't have a lot of room to operate.
No, they did a good job with them. And those guys are going to have to understand that if you're going to be a top line, you're going to get the other team's best, and you got to find a way to beat them. And tonight, BC won that matchup.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.